On the 8th day, God looked down at his planned paradise and said, I need someone who will search for the truth, find it, live it, teach it, and build upon it. I need a builder. So God made a mason. God said, I need someone who is in control of his desires and stays within the boundaries of proper conduct toward everyone, who is tolerant and acts with love and charity. Someone who can see the faults and flaws within himself and fix them, instead of finding the faults and flaws in others and lay blame. One who can wisely divide his time between worship, work, and rest. So God made a mason. I need someone who is devoted to my word, temperate and strong enough to keep it as his own, who can live with his neighbor prudently and justly, just someone who will live it and teach it and use it as the guide of his faith, and someone who is faithful to their spouse and family, their community, their country, and everyone in the world. So God made a mason. God said, I need someone who will stand by those in need, wherever and whenever needed, without complaint, but with the feeling of being honored to be asked to help. Someone who holds every confidence as his own, who is true to his word, all of the time being mindful of keeping to my law, the law of the land, and to the oaths he has taken. A person willing to journey without regard to his destination, facing all of the obstacles and dangers along the road, faithfully following my lead, and just as faithfully leading those who would follow. So God made a mason. God had to have someone willing to take on any job and to work tirelessly to complete it, ever mindful of the needs and caring for others, dropping the task at hand to care for and meet those needs, then just as suddenly taking up the job again, because more likely than not, someone else needed to have it done. He needed someone to build a life that others would want to emulate, and then help others to do it, and then to help those other people to help still more people to do the same. So God made a mason. God said, I need someone with the strength of many, but gentle enough to hold the weakest safely from harm. Someone who thirsts for the knowledge of my great creation and all things in it, and who will use the knowledge to help all to understand. Someone who will secure that knowledge and protect it from those who would misuse it, and pass it on to those who would use it as I intended, and only those who seek and ask. Somebody discerning, and who can lead without forgetting the difference between servant and sovereign. Someone who is willing to be the first to arrive and the last to leave. The volunteer, the committee member, the go-to person, the last one standing. The one identified as the glue that holds us together, who will be found standing with someone just like himself, stuck like glue. And I need him to be all of this, and to do all my work, because his only reward in this life will be his love for doing as I ask, and the deepest and warmest of feelings in his heart when his son says to him, I want to do what you do, Dad. And then when he sleeps his last sleep of his life's journey, he will awaken from his slumber in the celestial home I have prepared for him, to continue his building with me for eternity. So God made a mason.